So everybody wants a brighter smile. So we're looking at teeth whitening options. There are those infomercials we see late at night. There are retail options. There are toothpaste. And of course, there is professional teeth whitening. So to discuss the differences between professional whitening and let's say the retail options, we have Dr. Pashmini with Serenity Dental. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, so much information out there. So maybe we could educate folks if people are considering professional teeth whitening with a dental professional like yourself versus one of the more retail offerings. What should they consider and what should they know?
So there's a lot of options out there, as you mentioned. The main difference between over-the-counter products and what we have in the office that we can either send you home with or have your teeth whitened with here with us is the concentration of the material you're getting. So it's basically prescription strength whitening is what we get here in the office. Over the counter is lower concentration. Majority of your whitening products have hydrogen peroxide in them, baking soda in them. Hydrogen peroxide, the higher the concentration, the more effective it is. They cannot sell that over the counter. So that's the main difference between the two. So can you use bleaching strips? Yes, you can. Usually we end up with not a very uniform whitening experience for patients because when you put those strips on your teeth, it only whitens the surface it's contacting. So it is not going to get in between the teeth. It is not going to really get all the darker areas affected. When we do in-office whitening, we can actually apply the bleach to all surfaces of the teeth, making sure that we are removing as much stain as possible. Even the in-office whitening, we have different products. We have different, we can do one that you come in, spend a couple hours with us. That's called our Zoom whitening. And that's the one that gets you to the brightest white that you see
Laser.
on TV.
Okay.
It's not really a laser, it's an ultraviolet light that
Ultraviolet light.
goes and
Okay.
basically what it does is it heats up the bleach, so it makes it work better and faster. The second option we have is we do have take-home whitening trays that we sell in the office or we can make for the patient where it's custom fitted and they go home and we show you how to do the bleaching at home. We still get kind of similar results. Nothing is as good as in office whitening just because that's such high concentration under supervision. We can really get you as white as we can. But the rest of the products as the take-home ones, again, you take home professional concentration products. So you're getting a much better result than the ones that patients end up spending so much money in different over-the-counter products, but they're never really getting the whitening that they desire.
Right.
Another main problem we see with over-the-counter products or what patients complain about is when they get that, they get very high sensitivity levels. Because again, you're trying to get that, but the products that we use in the office, they actually have fluoride in them. They have hydroxyapatite in them. They have things that will help with sensitivity. And we will teach you how to handle the sensitivity at home. We actually start treating the teeth for sensitivity prior to even doing the bleaching so that you have some anti-sensitivity agents on your teeth prior to even doing the cosmetic work. So generally speaking, you can waste your money on a lot of over-the-counter products, or you can just give us that money and we can do it for you. And you'll get much better results professionally speaking. So sensitivity, not uniform, not whitening the teeth in a uniform way, basically is the main reason that professional whitening is
Right.
much better than over-the-counter.
So professional whitening, more an even plan, it lasts longer, and obviously it's
It does,
stronger.
yes.
So if folks are looking for something that's really going to make it look natural, bright, and for longer term, professional teeth whitening sounds like the better option.
Yes, and one more thing to go with that is we have patients who have white spots on their teeth. Now, one of the main concerns is when you do over-the-counter whitening, those white spots actually turn even whiter and they stand out more instead of the rest of the tooth blending in. But when we do things professional in the office, we can actually avoid applying bleach to those areas. We can try to help minimize the contrast between the white spots in the tooth. So it will be also much better if you have those white spots in your teeth. I would not recommend over-the-counter products.
Got it. Well, very insightful. Always good to learn new things. Professional
Of course.
whitening versus retail options. Well, folks, you have your insight there from the professional. So, Dr. Pashmini, appreciate your insight as always.
Of course, thank you.
Thanks.